Today I'm here because my integrating skills teachers want that I and the rest of the class speak in front of a multimedia culture and ask some questions. For understand this video, I divide it in 3 parts. In the first part, I'm going to talk about all the work and all the knowledge that we achieve in this time. Then I'm going to explain you my group activity and I'm going to share with you which were my partners' activities I like, without forget the bad and the great points. At the end, I'm going to give you some advice to improve this subject. Are you ready? Sure! Come on! Okay, now I'm in the first point. What do we learn? It's a good question that all students must ask to themselves. In this time, we review present perfect continuous and present perfect simple. Also, we review countable and uncountable. And furthermore, we review question does and, for example, the passive voice. Here you can see all the things that we review in grammar. I tell you all the grammar that we study. I have to tell you that the majority of things I really know. But well, I haven't got any problem in remembering that. Because I think that people must to achieve all and review all the knowledge because we aren't machines and we need to remind things. And imagine, for example, if you in your daily routine you don't use, for example, the first conditional or the relative clauses, it's important to remind this and work. And I like this, I like that in your class we can work that and study it. I'm not saying that I know all the vocabulary and all the grammar. No, it isn't certain. For example, when we arrive to question tags, I've been surprised with this type of sentences. I'm a genius, and you have to answer with aren't I? I've been surprised because I don't remember if teacher teach me when I was at the high school or in the academy. I don't remember, and this was very surprise for me. Now it's time to vocabulary. If I have to tell you something about vocabulary, is that I like a lot learn so many. But well, I think the vocabulary is maybe the most important thing to improve in a language, because if you haven't got vocabulary, you can develop properly in that language. And for me, vocabulary is the most important. For me, the most profitable were the phrasal verbs. I have to tell you a secret. I never like study them. In fact, I hate study them because I always fail my English exam. But now I know that they are very, very important and English speakers use it a lot. But what do you think if somebody create a method for a Spanish student to learn it easily? It will be a great idea, no? In this part, I'm going to talk about the activities. My group is composed by Karen, Anna, Minerva, and I. We decide to create these activities. In the first one, our students have to identify who is his or her twin. For develop this activity, we create a chart and identity card. For develop the activity, we need a computer with internet connection. Students have to ask questions to their partners, and these questions can be only answered by yes or no. When all students have their twin, they have to create a Facebook profile. But what they have to publish? Okay, they only have to publish the things that they have in common. For example, imagine that both students have a cat. Okay, they have to search in YouTube a video for cat, and they have to publish it. The second activity is related to food and is connected to science subject. We wrote a small text and we create a video too. Alright,
For create the video, we use Explain Everything. As I say in class, this app is easy to use, free, and a good tool to catch the students' attention.
Students will have to listen carefully and write what they listen. After that, we create a food pyramid. We like the idea to use multimedia gadgets and traditional resources. Students will have to stick the different food in the correct position. It's a very visual activity and students have to participate a lot. Into my classmates' exposition, I have to tell you that I can see many differences, but in fact all the activities have been work in class and in the oral exposition. The thing that I like the most about this exposition was that all groups choose different apps. I like this because you can know more apps to create your own work, and this it will be a good gadget to the future. The expositions that I like the most was about group 3.2, 3.10 and 3.11 because they impact to me, catch up my attention, and I believe that they can be very interesting for the students. If I have to tell you something wrong about some presentation, I have to tell you that some were monotonous and boring. I think that teachers have to be an active person and have to change his or her voice to catch their students' attention. We, as a future teachers, we have to practice it a lot. And I think that this type of work, for example, the presentation, was a great job to develop it. The group 3.6 used a nice presentation, but they must spoke fluent. Furthermore, they use some difficult vocabulary to my point because they use work as live, life, or alive. This group used an activity that I thought that I'm going to like a lot, but it wasn't. It was activity about Twister. Do you remember? I will have done some changes. For example, I will have removed the roulette because I think that the students will waste a lot of time using it. I will change this activity because I think that it was a great idea to use, but I will do some differences. I like the presentation about the group 3.1, the first group, because they talk about topics that in school we sometimes forget. They talk about and they mix gymnastics, culture and music. I love a lot the mix. Now it's time to the third part. In this part I'm going to tell you my opinion about the subject and I'm going to give you some advice to improve it. If I were you, I will change the vocabulary. As I tell you before, the vocabulary for me was the principal good point of this subject, but well, we are going to be teachers and we didn't learn nothing about this specific vocabulary. In this period of practical study, I have to do some different things. One of them is communicate with the family. In fact, I have to speak with two father students. I haven't got any problem because one of them was Spanish and the other was Moroccan, but can speak Spanish and understand all the things. But imagine that I have a family, imagine a mother, a father or a grandparents that can speak Spanish and they can only speak in English. What can I do in this case? I think that at the end we can understand both of them, but I think that it would be a good idea that in your subject you learn
ask some sentences like this. For example, in the first one, imagine that your student don't feel well and you have to phone to the mom. Maybe if you have to phone them, you can say this type of sentences. And the second one, if imagine that you want to have a meeting with the families, you can write something like this. Something that I like about this subject is that all students have to evaluate our classmate presentations. I think that it is very interesting to see different works and to evaluate. That's all. That's my integrating skills video. I hope that you like it a lot and see you at the university. Bye bye.